15 sales. I saw your message that you got 15 sales. Congratulations. There go my students. You're doing fine. Mm. What could make it better? I don't like the word fine. What could make it better, Kemi? What could make it better? Let me know in the chat. If y'all can hear me, drop a one. I'm just setting myself up on my computer. Drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Hey, Sunny. Hey, FitFlow. Hey, you guys. Welcome. Is it Aisatu? Welcome. Joseph, good afternoon. How you doing this afternoon? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Call me Kali. Good afternoon. Thank you for the likes. How you all doing today? Today, I want to teach you all how to start earning extra, right? We only have 4 more months in this year. Can somebody drop a 4 in the chat? We only have 4 more months in this year, right? January is gone, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We have September, October, November, December. These are the last 4 months of the year. May it be the best 4 months for you and I. It's a prayer. I don't know who's claiming it. We are about to enter the last 4 months of the year. May it be the best 4 months of the year. May the last 4 months bring you so much comfort financially, time wise, and ease that you forget all the struggles that you've been going through in the past, because there's nothing that God cannot do. And there's no time frame when it comes to Allah. Allah can decide to do anything in a blink of an eye. Even when people thought that your story has ended, Allah could decide that your story just begun. So here's what you're going to do today, okay? You are going to listen attentively. I'm going to teach you step by step, my step by step strategy of how I have been able to make multi six figures online. My average income is 1K. Sometimes I do 5 figures, meaning 10K and up. I'm very good at what I do. And I know a lot of people are not transparent because they believe that if they share the information, they won't be able to make money online anymore because so many people are making money. Let me tell you all something. I'm a true believer that the Lord that we serve is a Lord of abundance. If you believe that you serve an abundant God, I want you to say more than enough in the chat. I'm a true believer that it can only make life better for me to have and you to have, we all have. So nobody's struggling. Now, in my language, there is a proverb that goes, "Olowo kan láàrin olòṣì méje, ẹ jẹ́ ká pẹnu pọ̀ pé olòṣì ni gbogbo wọn." Meaning, if you are wealthy and you have a group friend of 7, they're not going to say 6 poor people and 1 wealthy person. They're going to say you are all poor. Yep. They are going to say you are all poor. So, in order for us not to be all classified as poor, we have a responsibility to teach each other how to build wealth. Now, wealth building has never been this easy. I'm 44. I've lived through so many decades. Wealth building has never been this easy. But there's a problem that I see that is so consistent, especially in my community. People that look like me, that come from where I come from. Y'all want to know what the problem is? Drop a key in the chat. If y'all want to know what the problem is, drop a key in the chat. Let me tell you exactly what the problem is. Because you're not lazy. That's not why you struggle. There's one key problem. The problem is you are trying to use old keys to open new doors. Let me say that again. You are trying to use old keys to open new doors. When we were growing up, my parents didn't go to school. My mom, she's a single parent. She didn't go to school. But she saw the people that went to school doing really, really good. In her generation, the people that went to school, they got official cars, they got official apartments, they got to travel the world, right? From the government. literally for free. They were living large. So in her heart, she promised herself that she was going to send all her children to school so they can live large like that. But guess what? Life has changed. Old keys do not open new doors. Do you all want to know where the life is right now so you can start breaking your back and you can start increasing your bank balance? If you want to know where life is, where money is right now, where easy money is, don't get me wrong, life is hard, but we get to pick our hard. I want you all to drop a number 10 in the chat. Coach Idaya, where is life now? Where are we right now when it comes to economical growth individually? What can I do to gain financial stability? Because I'm sick and tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. I used to be that burnt out nurse that would pack all the shifts just so I could make ends meet and send money back home for people that need help. God forbid ever have to do that no more. Where the money is right now is on your phone. The problem is you use your phone to doom scroll instead of using it to make dollars. Every single social media platform can do two things for you. Everybody drop a two in the chat. And no, you didn't find me by accident. I came here to talk sense into your coconut head. I'm not one of them coaches that will babysit you. I'm not pacifying anyone. I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear so you can get out of your dusty, musty comfort zone because you don't belong there. You're too pretty to be poor. Like, look at your face. You're too handsome to be broke. You're too handsome to be disrespected just because you can't give your wife money. We are going to fix that today. By the end of 2026, our lives are changing around. If that is you, I want you to say a me in the chat. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop fighting against the wind. We're going to go to the direction of the wind because fighting against the wind is trying to pack shifts, trying to pack overtime to match the inflation that is going on in the world right now. You are fighting against the wind. You will not win. So you're going to turn right back and you're going to do the things that you have been scared to do. You are going to learn how to use the online space to earn even when you sleep. I'm going to teach you step by step how to do that today. But our first goal is to make sure we get our likes up to 3,000 before I start dropping gems. That is how you tell me that you are very serious about this and you are ready to learn. So tap on your screen and let's get the likes up to 3,000. Another thing you're going to do for the people around you is make sure you tag them inside this video. It costs you nothing to share, but you could be saving somebody's life because every single day people are losing their jobs to AI. This is not news. This has become a norm. So before your loved one loses their job, let's help them create another stream of income because one is too close to none. When you give people permission to feed you, you're also granting them the permission to starve you. I don't know about you all, but I'm a big African girl. I do not like being starved. Mm-mm. I need my fufu. I need my egusi. And African food is not cheap at all. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Let's get the likes up to 3,000. So right now you should be touching on the screen. So you're running the likes bubble up. The moment we hit the 3,000, we're going to start the class. If you're not touching on your screen to get the likes up, you are sharing the live. Let me show you how to share the live. Let me show you how somebody, Patty said, eat your nonsense. Thank you, Patty. Hi, Patty. How you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day because mad people try to make people mad. You know what, Patty? I can sense that you're probably struggling, and it's okay. Everybody has a bad day, but come closer so I can teach you how to earn so you can stop being cranky. We are happy people over here, okay? Uh-uh. Is either you come Correct? Or you don't come at all. Mm-mm. Okay. So just for the people that don't know how to share the live out, let me show you how to share it out real quick. So all you have to do is long press on my screen, on your screen, just long press on your screen like so. Okay. And then you're going to see the people that you follow. Let me unmirror. You're going to see the people that you follow and just hit the send, 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 and continue to hit the send. Okay. Let's get the shares out. Let's get the likes up to 3,500. While we are doing that, make sure you grab your notepad. While we are doing that, make sure you get situated in somewhere quiet so you can laser focus. Because what you don't want to do right now is multitask. Multitask equals to zero result. You be feeling good when you're doing multiple things at the same time, but you're not concentrating on none of them. It's not going to help you. Because you're learning this for the first time, because you're scared with the computer, you're not used to social media, you don't know your way around it, you need to focus. Okay? You need to focus. So this is not the time to try to multitask. You're not multitasking nothing. Okay? So we're at 3,200 likes. We need to get to 3,005 and then we'll get the party started. Tag your friends in. Long press on the screen. Share this live out. Let's get this information out because we never know who needs it. Hey, yet Faith Creative. How you doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Now, my students already know. When you come into my classroom as a village girl, you can see clearly that I'm a village girl. I'm a village coach. When you come in correct. What does that mean? You say hi, you say hello. I'm doing awesome and amazing. Thank you for asking. You do not come into my classroom trying to be a ghost. Okay? Your presence, it counts. It is common courtesy to come into somebody's room and say hi, say hello, say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Don't come into my class being on mute. Okay? So if you haven't said your hi, go ahead and say your hi. Walaikum salam, Nanzil. How you doing today? We just reached our 35,000 likes. Now, if anybody comes into this room and they don't say a greeting, don't respond to them. That's the rule. If they don't say hi and then ask their question, ignore them, put them on mute. Put it. So now let's get straight to work. So today I want to teach you, hey, cooking with is it creatures? Hey, Lua Luxury, how you doing today? So let's focus. You need three things right now. I want to teach you how to build your next income stream. You need three things right now. I'm doing awesome and amazing. Thank you for asking. Three things. Okay. Everybody drop a number one in the chat. You need your attentive listening, not the ones you use to listen to your children when they're telling you about school. Mom, you need to see what my friend did at school today. You're like, mm-hmm. Mom, my teacher said I should bring $5. Where you're like, mm-hmm. Not that kind of listening. Not that kind of listening. And then the next day, she says, Mom, but you didn't give me the money. And you say, oh, but you didn't tell me. She said, I did. You were pressing your phone. Not that kind of listening. I mean, laser focus. Number two thing that you need to do is to take notes. I promise you, 85% of what I'm saying today, you are going to forget because your bills won't allow you to remember. So, what are you going to do? You're going to put it in your notes. Everybody say notes. By the end of this class, that is going to take you between 30 to 45 minutes. You should have like at least 5 to 7 pieces of notes. You should have at least 5 to 7 pieces of notes. Okay. And 5 to 7 pages of notes. Now, number three thing that you are going to do. Y'all want to know why I'm laughing? Because I already know what you do. The number three thing that you are going to do different right now, so you can be at your best by the end of 2026 and have the best year in 2027. You're going to do it now. Can somebody put now in the chat? You're not going to say later. That is a trick from the devil. Every single step that I give you, every single tool that I show you, every single formula that I describe and I show you in real time, you are going to do it now. Because the difference between poor people and wealthy people is not intelligence. The millionaires that you admire on social media, they're not more smart than you. Can we keep it 100? The billionaires are not smarter than you. Now, the trillionaire, it is, I believe he's smart, very, very smart. But usually it's not the smartness. The difference between poor people and wealthy people is speed. Every time you say later, that is procrastination. And procrastination is the assassination of your prosperity. And I know you wouldn't want to just sit down, assassinate your own prosperity. So today we are going to kill the devil by doing it now. So if you are going to be doing it now, right, you're going to shame the devil. He's going to leave you alone. I want you all to comment now in the chat. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Queenie, for the gifts. Those roses smell good. They smell like the ones that my husband's buy. Husband, not sis. I didn't put an S behind it. Okay. So now that you have your notes, you have your notepad and everything. The first thing that you need to know is your brain equals to your bank. Let me explain. Everything that happens out here, up here, is what you see when you cash out, when you get your either your paycheck or your business profit. The smaller your limitations in here, the smaller your bank balance is going to be. Let me explain. Everybody comment system in the chat. Hi Lami, how you doing today? Everybody comment systems in the chat. Now, majority of you all in this room right now, you think you have a money problem. You think you have a money problem. You get paid on Friday, there's no more money in your account on Monday. You're thinking your village people are taking the money out. Who in this room thinks they have a money management problem? Say me in the chat. Because the society has made you believe something that is not true 9 times out of 10. Let me break it down, Kumbis. You don't have a money problem. You don't have a money mismanagement problem. You have a system problem. Let me explain clearly and slowly because I know I talk fast. The system that you're using to earn is working against you. It is called a job, your job. Albert Einstein said, if you do not know how to make sleep money, you are going to work until you die. If you have to be present to be paid, you're going to be poor. So you showing up for your nursing job, breaking your back, your neck, and your feet. Every time you don't show up, you don't get paid. That is why you struggle with income because the system was never designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to keep you poor. It was designed to keep you addicted to your paycheck. Because when slavery became illegal, they designed the industrialization, the world where you work in the industry, they pay you just enough to keep you coming back. You're gonna break that chain in 2026. You rebuke being a slave because our forefathers were enslaved. We're not going to be. Okay. 2026, we're going to reach our freedom. If that is you, comment freedom in the chat. And I'm going to teach you step by step how you're going to do it with my blueprint in my formula. One of my students just reached out to me. She said, Idaya, I just made 700,000 US dollars in less than a year as a faceless brand. Another one of my students said, I made $8,000 today because of the formula. Now, if these numbers are making you uncomfortable and it's making you on the edge and you're feeling like, is this even possible? I pray that when your success shows up, when people hear your results, they feel like it's not possible because anything you haven't experienced before, it's hard to believe that it's possible. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. May your success feel impossible to everybody around you. Okay. So here is what you need to do to actually build that freedom. You need three things. You probably already have two of them. You need three things. Everybody drop a number three in the chat. You need three things. Everybody drop a three. Now, I need you all to know that engagement is mandatory in this classroom. If you know you want to look and lurk, you can exit right now. This class is not for you. I tell you all. Because if you can't do the little activities that I'm giving you in the classroom, you're clearly not going to do what I'm going to teach you. You're just going to go back to your job and continue to pack overtime. And that is fine. Everybody is not going to be wealthy. So, the number one thing that you need, yeah, you already have. You're just using it for the wrong reasons. You have a phone, it's yours, it's working. You haven't broke the lens yet. Drop a one in the chat, regardless of where you are in the world. You have a working phone. I don't care if it's Android. I don't care if it's iPad. I do not care if it's techno. You have a phone. This phone should help you build generational wealth. This phone should be the reason why you get to sack your boss, just like I sacked my boss as a broke, burnt nurse. Because nursing feels like being a slave, but wearing a Gucci coat. It's very prestigious, but very pressurizing. Every nurse needs mental health check because we are not okay. Because it feels like the pressure of the whole world is on your shoulder when you're a nurse. So you literally don't have time to think about your health, your mental health, your physical health. You're just going until you crash. May that not be you. Okay. Lord have mercy. Lord, I can only imagine, Yusra. Subhanallah. So you have a phone. You're going to learn how to use that phone to earn. I'm going to give you two tools that you're going to download on that phone that can be life changing for you. Like I said, I've helped over 3,000 students do this. I have so many receipts. I'm about to show you some of them. I'm not going to show you all because you're going to get overwhelmed. Okay. So you have your phone. The number two thing that you need, it splits in two ways. Number one is if you know that you're good at something, do you have a skill that you know you're really good at? Yusra. OJ Place, do you have something that you know you're very good at and you're not average at it? Like it's so, it's so obvious. People always else help, people always ask you for help for it. It's little, but you know how to do it really well. Maybe at work. Y'all see what I'm saying? Do you all see what I'm saying? Do you all see what I'm saying? Maybe it's the event planner in your family. And every time they have an event, you're the one organizing the vacation, you're the one organizing the family reunion. There's something about you that stands out. You all see that? Kumbis said cooking. You know how to do something different. That is a skill. So if you know, and that's why I said it's split into two. If you know that you have a skill that a lot of people do not have, I want you to drop a one in the chat. However, if you're thinking, Coach Idaya, I don't think I have anything special. I'm just a stay at home mom. I'm just a student. I don't think I have anything special. I want you to drop a zero in the chat. So I don't think I have anything special. Drop a zero. I know I have something that a lot of people ask me for help for. Drop a one. Now, what you don't want to do is be ashamed to drop a zero because a lot of times all you need is help to actually get you into your thoughts. Because majority of my students will say, no, I don't have it. And then when they get inside the formula and they become my student and they get the tools that I use to help my students to actually fish out their superpower, they're like, oh, I never thought about it that way. That's usually what it is. So now, for the people that already have a skill, that's good. You already have 2/3. For the people that don't have a skill, I give my students a list of ideas inside the formula that I know has been tested and trusted that you can copy and paste. You learn it in there, you copy and paste it, you create your own second stream of income. So whether you know or you don't know, you will know inside the formula. Because I give when you become my student, you will know. Okay, but let's keep going. The number 3 thing that you need is a formula. Now I want everybody to drop the word formula in the chat. I don't care if you spell it for Moo or for Mimi or for Momo. I'm not good at spelling either. I am not going to judge you. Okay. But I want you to engage. Drop the word formula. So, what do I mean by formula? I have a blueprint that I used to make my first $100,000 online in 6 months. One of my students have used it to make 17,000 now in a couple of months as a stay-at-home mom. Another one of my students used it to make 2,666 pounds in one day. Another one of them used it to make 10,000 pounds in less than 3 months. It doesn't matter where you are. Okay. If I give you my blueprint, step by step, beginner friendly, will you be able to copy and paste? Because that's what the formula is. Yes or no? Okay. Walaikum salam. Welcome. Jakemba. Jakeba. Welcome. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now that I know that you all will be able to copy and paste, that's excellent. I need you all to know that you are going to focus on this blueprint for the next 4 months, and you're not going to try any other new thing because ideas are free, but consistency is very scarce. Everybody is interested, but how many people are ready to be committed to actually changing their life forever? Let me tell you all something. Building wealth is boring. It's not fun like you all think. You're going to focus on the same thing, laser focus, even when you're not seeing results until you see results. That is how people actually see results. The people that end up winning are the people that don't give up when they didn't see results. Are you all picking up what I'm putting down? So you're not focusing on any other thing for the next 4 months but the formula. So you are ready for the 2 tools. If you know you're promising yourself to focus on it, regardless of the results. Okay. So I want to give you the 2 tools that helped me a lot. That is also helping my students. So everybody drop a 2 in the chat. I'm going to show it to you. Just in case our pronunciations are different, you still know what I'm talking about. If you are late, you're just joining and you are late, comment the word late. My name is Coach Hidayah and I'm a soft wealth builder. I teach hard-working women that are burnt out and tired of living from paycheck to paycheck how to earn in their sleep so they don't always have to be on their feet. I used to be that hard-working woman that was broke. Thank God my home didn't break because that's the disadvantage of always working hard outside of the home. You can't be a parent, you can't be a partner. So when you learn how to make money from home, dedicating 1 to 2 hours a day to build a generational wealth, every other door opens and you get rest. Who's tired right now? If you're tired of packing shifts, Dr. Hawa, welcome. Grace, welcome. Unique, welcome. If you're tired of packing shifts, your back is tired. I got multiple injuries for working hard. There's no trophy for working hard but hard work. And the worst thing is that even after the hard work, Zaki, so this is the thing. I'm dedicated to women, but I won't chase you out as a man. I do have men as my students, but I'm dedicated to women. If you get me, Jackie Jamal. Okay. So I'm about to show you all the first 2. I want you all to focus. So everybody drop a 1 in the chat so I know you're focusing. After I get at least like 20 ones, I'll show you the first tool. You are going to do it now. Remember, the difference between poor people and wealthy people is speed. So, tool number one, Simply Styles, focus. Tool number one, if you know the name, drop GPT in the chat. If you have never seen it before, drop a 0. If you know the name, drop GPT in the chat. If you've never seen it before, drop a 0. And it's okay both ways. We are here to learn. You did not find me by accident. Everything happens for a reason, Aminata. You're probably the reason why I came here today. So it is called Chat GPT. This one right here. You are going to download it today. It is an AI tool. That's what makes it kind of smart. But AI is not smart if it doesn't have human intelligence that is smart. So this is how AI works. You have to learn the language of AI to make AI smart. AI is not just smart by itself. So if I ask the people that said, I already have Chat GPT, I want to ask you, I'm curious to know, how much have you made from this app? Because this is the app, this is the same reason why I made $100,000 in 6 months. And I continue to double my income every 6 months. How much have you made from this app? I want to prove a point over here so you all can understand. $0. Now, the reason why a lot of people make $0 from this app is because you do not know how to prompt AI to give you the quality information that you need, the quality detailing that you need. This is why inside the formula, I like to give my students an option to use my ChatGPT. It is called Idaya's Brain GPT. So, because you need to train your AI, it takes a lot of training. A lot of people don't understand it. I've been using AI for like 4 years since it came out. But imagine if I give you my trained Chat GPT. So instead of you starting from a blank sheet of paper, you start with my skills, my inbuilt skills. So you don't have to learn AI prompting. Would you be happy or would you be sad? Do you think it will make life easier for you? Miss Kemi, I keep on forgetting to text you. Every time I see you, I say I'll text you on school. Can you please text me? Just say hi. Would you be happy? Yes. Okay. Now let me tell you about Idaya's Brain GPT. So Idaya's Brain GPT is a GPT that I trained, so you don't have to train it. My students pay $197 for Idaya's Brain GPT. I'm going to be giving it out for 5 people that become my student today for free. For free. And the most common feedback that I get is it sounds just like you. When I'm talking to Idaya's Brain GPT, it sounds as if I'm talking to you, as if you're sitting right next to me, guiding me step by step. So if you are not paying attention, make sure you're paying attention. Okay. So you need ChatGPT, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to build as long as you're not in a hurry. Okay. It doesn't matter what language you speak, cakes. It even speaks Yoruba. It speaks Pidgin. It doesn't matter what language you speak. Idaya's Brain GPT got you. Okay. So the number 2 tool, everybody drop a 2 in the chat. Why Yaki? Everybody drop a number 2 in the chat so we can move on. And I'll tell you what to build because we need to build your digital asset, your online property, so you can start earning even while you sleep because your back is already tired. Okay. So everybody drop a 2 in the chat. Now, before I drop the second tool, I realized that we are not liking no more. So what we're going to do right now is get the likes up to 10,000 and get the shares up to 77. We're going to get the likes up to 10,000 and get the shares up to 77 before we move any further. Now, for the newbies that are new to TikTok, do we have anyone that is brand new to TikTok and they want to grow their TikTok following? Because you know you can make money through that as well. If that is you, say me in the chat. You're new to TikTok, you don't know your way around, you want to build your audience so you can earn online, you can make money. Okay, got you, Simply Styles. Got you, Ophi. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what you're going to do right now. This is how you let TikTok know that you are present on any live, not just my live, but any live you go into. And you teach people when they come to your live to do the same because we help each other out. So the first thing that you should do is touch on this heart. Now, this heart is 1 cent. There's nothing else you can spend 1 cent on but to join the team. The moment you touch on it, every time I go live, TikTok will let you know that I'm live. That's another advantage. The moment you touch on it, now TikTok is calculating your engagement. Everything you did before touching on it, TikTok is not calculating it. But the moment you touch on it, TikTok will start calculating your engagement. So now it's going to give you different engagement. Y'all see this? It's going to give you the first engagement point that is going to give you is 45 engagement points. It's going to give you 45 it's going to give you 45 engagement points. Make sure you're looking at it right here. Everything that it tells you to do, make sure you're doing it. If it says comment and I'll give you 10 more points, comment. So TikTok gives you 10 more points. If it says gift and I'll give you more points, if you want to gift, because then your points will skyrocket. If you don't, you can just leave it. But if you do not have a number in front of your name, like Archel, Joy has 20 because Joy is a top engager, right? Simple Style doesn't have no number. Anthony doesn't have no number. It's because you're not engaging, so you don't have that identity. 14, Pollyanna has a number because she engages. She's a top engager. So the moment you grab the Daily Heart Me and you do everything it tells you to do, you're going to get your first number 1 point. Thank you, Pollyanna. I hope I said your name right. I hope you're welcome. I hope I got your name right. So let's get the likes. Now that we know how to do that part, how are we going to get, okay, good. How are we going to get the likes up? This is what you're going to do. You're going to touch on the screen. Wa alaikum salam, Lucky. How you doing today? You're going to touch on the screen like so. When you're touching on the screen, you're going to see the bubbles up here. Make sure you fill in those bubbles. Remember, you're not doom scrolling, you're learning how to make dollars because doom scrolling will never make you dollars. So you're focusing. It might not be fun, but you are going to giggle when you start making this money in your account. So when the bubbles fill, you're going to stop. It's going to celebrate you. Okay. And then this is how to share. You're going to long press and count 3 seconds. After counting 3 seconds, then you're going to hit the send on this side. You can even hit the repost if you want to. And then you're going to keep on sending and sending until we get our sends up to 77 and we get our likes up to 10,000. Okay? Okay. What I told you all, when you find me online, you're always going to go home with something. You're always going to learn something from me when you see me online, because I'm always going to give you the latest information that can help all of us. Because I'm a true believer that there's more than enough to go around to everybody. There is way more than enough. Okay. So let's get the shares up to 77. And let's get the likes up to 10K. Shares up to 77, likes up to 10K. Don't go anywhere because I'm about to show you the other app that you need. Do not go anywhere. You have no business trying to doom scroll right now. You've done that enough. We only have 4 more months in the year. Focus. I know you don't like the way you're always saying no to your children. Give yourself the opportunity to learn how to make more money so you can start saying more yeses. Our parents are growing older every day. The little that we can do for them now, let's do it so we're not full of regrets when they pass away because nobody knows tomorrow. And you deserve a baby girl treatment, but the spa is not cheap. So you all need to pay attention. Okay? So let's get the shares up. Let's get the shares up. We're at 43 shares. Let's get the shares up. Let's get the shares up. And while we're getting the shares up, let me tell you a little story. Maybe you're going through what I was going through. So a decade ago, me and my family, we moved to the United States. When we got here, we landed this country with only $85. $85 for a family of five. We weren't living from paycheck to paycheck. That was the American dream. We were living from donation to donation. When we got a $20 donation, we had to pick, are we buying food today? Or are we taking our clothes to the laundry? You came with 48? Or are we taking our clothes to the laundry? Or are we buying diaper for the newborn baby? Because we had a 4-month-old baby. Every single time we had to pick food. 9 times out of 10. So I ended up taking my clothes, turning them into pieces of rag and using it on my baby's butt so she's not spilling on everyone. Does anybody shop Walmart? I love shopping Walmart. Me and my kids. Anybody likes to shop at Walmart? If you do, drop a 1 in the chat. I will take the Walmart plastic bag. I will open it up and I will use it to reinforce the rags so it can last for like 2 to 3 hours. There is no peace for the poor. Let me say it again because I'm too familiar with it not to know. There is no peace for the poor. We were sleeping on an air bed. It was a donated one, so it was already leaking. So every 2 to 3 hours, I'm changing diaper and we're repumping the airbed. Were we really sleeping? Now, I can compare that to you waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to go back to sleep. Why? Because you're thinking about your bills. Let me know if I'm lying. You're thinking about that call that you got from Africa that said, please send me money. I'm in the hospital right now, and you're the only one that can save me. And you know you don't have that money, but you want to be able to save them. So you're thinking about that one as well. You're thinking about your children that you know they have stuff to pay for in school. You're not going back to sleep. You're not. But I need you all to know that regardless of the situation that you find yourself right now, your current situation is not your permanent destination. I don't care who told you what. If you still have breath in your lungs, your future is bright. It doesn't matter if you're in your 50, 60, 70. I don't care if you're 99. Because if Kentucky Fried Chicken can start Kentucky at 65 and blow up, what is your excuse? The only thing blocking your blessing right now is your speed. The only thing blocking your blessing right now is your decisions because you are not a product of your environment, like they say. I come from a small village back home. I came to America. Somebody donated a sewing machine to me. That was the foundation of my multi 6-figure clothing brand. Before I turned around last year and I built another multi 6-figure clothing brand. And now I have multi 6-figure students because I taught them how to earn online. You're not a product of your environment. When I came here, they told me that I was wrong for 4 things just off the boat. Y'all want to know what I'm wrong for? The things I can't even control. Drop a 4 in the chat if you all want to know. They told me I was wrong for 4 things. They said, number 1, as you can see, I'm visually African. You can see my tribal marks on my face. That's my number 1 for being wrong. Number two, I have deep melanated skin. I have an accent so they know I'm not from here. And on top of that, I'm a visual Muslim. And I wasn't ready to take my hijab off just because somebody's got to give me food to eat. Because God is the one that gives everybody foods to eat. So, because they decided just by looking at me, right, that there will be no space for me on the table, I decided to build my own table. And now I'm giving other women cheers to come sit with me and dine with me. You are not a product of your environment. Michelle Obama is from the south side of Chicago. Her dad was a plumber. They weren't rich at all. Her mom was a stay at home mom. She will go home every lunch because she couldn't afford to take lunch to school and eat peanut butter jelly sandwich because she didn't want to take it to school. Look at where she is now. Do you all think she's a product of her environment? No, she's a product of her decisions. The decisions you make today and the ones you refuse to make will either chase you or will make you. You could be the people that continue to watch everybody else win, or you could follow the quote that says, if you can't beat them, you join them and you learn how to win, regardless of if you're computer literate or not, regardless of your age. If you are ready to learn, if you make a decision that this will be my portion, so shall it be. So let's get straight into it. So we are going to, I'm going to give you this. Now you all got me preaching, huh? You're ready for the second tool, the second app? If you're ready, drop a 2 in the chat. So I know you're focused. Story time is over now. Story time is over. You all need to pay attention now. Wake up. Don't be falling asleep on my story. Okay. So tool number 2 is this one right here. Tool number 2. This one right here is gold. Literally, that's what it is. You're not going to use the free version. Don't ask me why. You know I know better. That's why you want to use my blueprint. You are going to use the paid version because that's going to give you access to everything that you need. Now, this is the only con that I see with Canva. It looks very complicated when you start using it. Has anybody tried using this app and you just ran in and ran out? Is anybody like me that you were trying to use this app and you just ran in and ran out and now you're about to run in again? Because the first time you download it, it's going to look like Scribble Scrabble. It's going to look like Scribble Scrabble. But this is the thing. Things are only hard when you don't know it. There are 1,000 things that you can use Canva to create, but you only need to learn you only need to learn like 3 to be able to build your digital asset. Inside the formula, I teach my students the things that they need in Canva with nothing else. You have no business with any other thing but the 3 things that I teach you inside the formula. And I make it super simple, beginner friendly. So go ahead and go download this and upgrade to the pro version. Okay. Now you are going to marry both of them together. Both of them are going to birth a baby. And this baby is going to be called a digital asset. Can somebody put digital asset in the chat? So you're marrying GPT and you're marrying Canva together. You're going to be using them interchangeably. Use this for this, use that for that. And then you're going to birth a digital asset. Now, some of you are already thinking, what is a digital asset, Coach Hidayah? What do you mean by that? If that is your thought process, if that is the next thing that you are thinking about right now, just drop a 1 in the chat and I'll tell you, and I'll give you examples, tell you what it is and give you examples. So a digital asset is like a physical asset, like a house. But the only difference is it's not on land, it's in the internet space. So when you have a landed property like a house, you get to keep it forever. People get to live there. They get to pack in and out. If one family doesn't pack out, one family, another family can't pack in. That is the downside of physical assets. But digital assets are the direct opposite. 1,000 people can pack in at the same time, and 1,000 people more can come join them, and you're making money even while you sleep. Let me explain. Everybody comment TikTok in the chat. Everybody comment the word TikTok in the chat. So TikTok is a digital asset for the owner of TikTok. We only have one TikTok in this world. There's no such thing as three, four. There's only one app named TikTok. It was created by one person. How many people do you think uses TikTok? Because when you have a digital asset, it has no limit to how many people can pack into your asset. How many people do you think uses TikTok? I'll tell you the figure if you make your guess. Make your guess, just make a wild guess. Make a wild guess. Correct. Get Money Mackie. 1.8 billion people. 1.8 billion people. Almost 2 billion, Achel. Almost 2 billion. So now, the owner of TikTok that actually created it, that blew up during COVID, because COVID is why TikTok blew up. Do you all remember? It's the era of hey, let's dance, oh. That is when TikTok blew up. When people got bored in the house and they had no other thing to do, and their mental health was deteriorating, they were like, what are we going to do now? That's when people found out TikTok. That's where TikTok blew up, right? So the owner of TikTok, do you think he has to be awake before we can use TikTok? Do you think he has to be present before he gets paid? Do you think he has to travel like you do? Drive 1 hour to work, 1 hour back from work, clock in, clock out. He doesn't. Can he be on vacation? Dr. Sakina, how are you doing today? Can he be on vacation and get paid? Yes or no? Can he pass away and continue to get paid? Do you all think we're going to know if he passes away today? We're probably not going to know until they are ready to announce it. Opposite of the job that you're doing right now, the job that you're doing right now, if anything happens to you, can you replace that position? Can your son or your daughter replace it? All your degrees that you collected with thousands and thousands in debt, subhanallah, especially as nurses, the death rate is crazy. Can you scratch out your name and put your child's name because you invested so much in it? Mm-mm. It's not done that way. The only things that you can get back is assets that you own. Assets that you own is the only thing that you can pass from. I know, Lord. It's the ones that you own by yourself. Let me give you another example. Everybody comment MJ in the chat. Everybody comment MJ in the chat. MJ. And live better, MJ. Uh-huh. Stands for Michael Jackson. Does anybody remember the year that Michael Jackson died? Does anybody remember the year that Michael Jackson died? I mean, you can look it up real quick. 2008. That was how many years ago? Get Money Wacky. 2008. That was how many years ago? How many? 17. Correct. He died 17 years ago. Do you think he still gets paid for all his music that he created? Aren't people still going to the cinema to watch his stuff? Can't you go to YouTube and watch his music? And he has like billions of views. Who do you think gets paid that money? Because he's been in the grave for like 17 years. He's probably nowhere to be found anymore in there. Who do you think? His children, his orphanage, his friends, his distant cousin, whatever he decides to will to. This is the mindset that we need to start thinking. What is that thing that can live longer than me? What is that thing that I can create so my children don't have to start from scratch? Now that Allah has blessed us to be in the AI era, in the digital era, that regardless of where you are in the world, as long as you have a phone, you can earn. Now, I make it super easy for my students. I like to make it very simple because when I decided to create one of my first digital assets, do you all want to see what I started with? Because I like simple stuff. Because when I was growing up, I didn't know how. I literally learned how to use the computer good in my 40s. I was struggling. I still call all my children to come show me stuff on the computer, and I'm not shy or ashamed to say that. I'll be like struggling and sweating and everything, and then I'll call them and they'll do it in 1 minute, and I'll be like, "That's it." They're like, "Mom, yeah, you should have just done this and this." I'm like, humiliation. But anyways, so one of the digital assets that I created, and I have it digitally, this is just an example, is an ebook. Everybody comment the word ebook in the chat. Now, here is what I do for my students. I don't teach them how to create one asset. I teach them how to create bundle of assets. So you're making more money from one person. So you don't need a lot of customers to make a lot of money. I'm going to explain. Now, I know what you are already thinking right now, right? Achel, live better. I know what you're already thinking. You're already thinking. That's one way to grow up. You're already thinking, ain't nobody reading ebooks. Coach Idaya, nobody's gonna buy the ebook. Some of you are already created ebook. You're like, Coach Idaya, ain't nobody buy no ebook. Ain't nobody got time to read an ebook. Is that you? Because if that's what you're thinking right now, I want you to say your truth. Just drop a one in the chat. Wait, yes, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think anybody has time to read ebooks. I don't think anybody wants to read an ebook. There could be truth in that. Because you know what? When I went to nursing school, do you all really think that I wanted to read this examination book? You must be losing your mind if you thought that I intentionally wanted to sit my big dark behind down and study this book. I did not want to read it, but guess what? I had to. You need it? I can send it to you. I had to. I had to read the book to pass my exams. I had to read the book. Why? Because it had a solution to my problem. I can send it to you. I had to read the book because it had the solution to my problem. And if I skipped that book, I'm going nowhere. Does this make sense? If this makes sense, comment makes sense in the chat. So I had to think to myself, what is that one thing that can have a solution to somebody else's problem that I already have that can make sense to other people, help them out, and they don't mind paying for? I know my story can help people out. I know we have immigrants coming into this country every single minute. I know there are a lot of people that look like me that are doubting themselves. So I put my life story inside a book. Because I dared to do that, I made an extra $7,000 in 3 months while working my nursing job. Imagine making an extra 2K. What would that do for you right now? Extra 2K every month. And that was my beginning of my first $100,000 in 6 months. And then the other 6 months, I doubled it and I continue to. Now I make 5 figures in a day sometimes. Because when you crack the code, when you get the formula, you rinse and repeat. One of my students just got paid for, somebody gave her a gig and that person paid her $1,000. I think that person told her, oh, can you just help me create like short form videos with AI? And I teach my students how to use AI to create content so they don't have to show their face. And she got paid $1,000. She said, Coach, I just made my first $1,000 in one day. I said, you better get it, girl. You better get it. Stuff like that make me happy. And she didn't have to leave her home or her children to do that. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. It's like the freedom that comes with being able to make your own money is, you can't compare it. So you can create an ebook, but you can also create different stuff as well, because I like teaching my students how to create multiple stuff. And I know what you're already thinking, but how can I become your student? If that is you, that is your thought process right now, I want you to say me in the chat. You're already thinking, but Coach Idaya, how can I become your student? Because you keep talking and talking and talking and talking. I know I talk a lot because I get excited to teach what I know a lot. Live Better said me. Get Money Mikey said me. I feel you. But I need you all to slow down. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to allow I'm going to allow a couple of you all to be my student today. I'm not a public toilet. I'm not for everyone, right? I'm very picky with the people I want to work with. That is why I teach before I even give access for you to have access to me. So you can pick and choose. I think this coach is crazy. Will I be able to handle her? I promise you, my students know I'm not them one of them ones that you say, oh, you're not going to make excuses with me. It doesn't happen over here. We're tired. We're bored out of your excuses. Okay. So let me give you an example from you all before, when I say I teach my students how to make various kind of digital assets so they can create a bundle. So for a minute, I want you to think, I see you, Jacobert. I see you, Lady Fortuna. So I want to know, what do you all do for a living? What are you very good at? I remember somebody dropped something earlier. I don't remember what that thing was, but I want you all to drop it in the chat. If you know you have a skill, maybe you're a talkative like me. Some people don't know how to talk. You have a skill that you're very good at, or you're very good at your job, or you're very good at your business, or you're very good at mommying. Whatever it is, drop it in the chat. I'm going to pick one random. Drop it in the chat. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're a student. What's your favorite subject? You're good at typing? I'm very horrible at typing. I don't like typing. You're good at driving. One of my students just created, and she made money the first week. She created how to pass your driving license in Sweden because they said Swedish driver's license is really hard. She created her digital products around it. And within like a week, she already made her first sale. And then she continued to make more sales. You're in the hospitality industry. You're good at public speaking and singing. Mm. We have a lot of public speakers in class today. Airline industry, digital driver, Bolt and Uber. I'm a mom of 8. I'm good at childcare, cooking, and nutrition. Let's stop right there. because I'm looking for the example that won't go over everybody's head. Let's start with Lady Fortuna right there. So I'm a mom of eight. I'm good in childcare and cooking and nutrition. These are multiple skill sets. We could decide to pick any of them. We can decide to monetize all of them. But you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna focus on one small one first. Can somebody say one small? Good at English, you should have digital access to teach English or Arabic or reading the Quran or studying the Bible. People want to learn. One small. So let me give you an example. So from Lady Fortuna, right? She's good at childcare. So I'm going to say, because she has 8 children, I'm guessing that Lady Fortuna has also helped other people raise their children, not just hers, right? Apart from the 8, you also help other people because it's something that comes to you naturally. Walaikum salam, Nimat. How you doing today? There is one big problem that mommies have, the new moms, that we, the OG moms, do not have. Now, because you are an OG mom, walaikum salam, because you are OG mom, you know how to put newborn babies to sleep. This is me making stuff up in my head. So let's pretend, let's create a scenario right now. There is a 22-year-old named old school. You're old school. Like you're good at it. You're a master at it. You're OG. So let's pretend there is a mom named Miss B. Can somebody put Miss B in the chat? So Miss B is a new mother. She's 22 years old. Miss B just had her first son 2 weeks ago. Miss B just had her first son 2 weeks ago. Miss B hasn't slept in 2 weeks. Miss B is losing her mind. How does it feel when we have our first baby for the first time and we can't get no sleep? Because I know every single mom has experienced this before. Give me one word to qualify the feeling of mommy not going to sleep because baby will not be quiet. Give me one word. How do we feel? You feel like you need a nanny. For the nanny, come get this baby. You feel overwhelmed. You feel extremely exhausted because you haven't gotten any sleep for the past 2 weeks. You feel depressed. Sometimes you feel like throwing the baby out of the window. This is where babies get shake baby syndrome. When their parents carry them and like, why are you crying? What is the matter? Why are you crying like this? Because they're frustrated. And then the brain mixes up. The baby's not normal no more. It's very frustrating not to go to sleep. Anxiety, absolutely. So when you are frustrated and you are looking for a simple solution and you have nobody around you to help you, obviously your husband is always at work because this is what these men do. Where do you go to when you're trying to find a solution to a problem you can't solve? Remember that math assignment that your fourth grader brought home and you went to go look it up real quick so you could answer it? That's me. Like, mom, can we do this assignment together? And I'd be like, okay, babe, just give me 10 minutes. And I'll go look it up real quick. Where do we go to cheat? Where? Where do we go? Where is that place that we go when we can't find a solution to a problem and we have nobody to ask? Because the life that we live now, everybody's living for themselves. Your friends too busy. Yeah, we go to GPT, we go to YouTube, we go to TikTok, we scroll on TikTok. So let's say this mom, Miss B, she chooses TikTok because she scrolls on it because she doesn't know what else to do. And then she searched up on the FYP for you page. She says, how to make my baby go to sleep before I lose my mind. because that's how she was feeling in the moment, about to lose her mind. So she searches it up and she sees different creators, right? So she's going to be scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Everybody's saying something different. But then she finds this page, right? This page is called Sleep Baby Sleep. Everybody put that in the chat. And this page, this is why I said so, a simple problem. This baby, all this page talks about is taking care of newborns, helping newborns sleep, helping them eat well, taking care of the mom, like everything around newborn is what this page talks about. Sleep Baby Sleep. Okay. So when she gets to that page, that person created a video, right? And this is what the video said. The video said, "Hey mom," this is the video. She's watching. "Hey mom, I know you are exhausted right now. And I know how that feels because I also have 8 children and I've helped my siblings, my aunties, my friends raise their children. You haven't gotten a good quality sleep in a while and you feel like taking your hair out of your scalp. Here are 3 things you're going to do right now." And I told you I'm very transparent. And these are the 3 things you can do today to start training your baby to go to sleep better. And she gives you 3 things. She gives Miss B 3 things. And one of them worked. You're welcome, Lady Fortuna. And one of them worked. Where do you think she's coming back to tomorrow on TikTok? Because one of them worked, that baby went to sleep for like 2 3 hours that night, like 2 3 hours. So she was able to get like an extra hour of sleep, so she felt a little bit better. Where do you think this lady, who do you think Miss B is going to be stalking? What page? What's that page called? She's going to be studying it like NCLEX. She's going to be studying that page word for word, stalking that poor creator. Okay. Now, as she's watching all those all those videos to learn more about her baby, to learn more about her baby, to learn more about her baby, she gets to a place, one of the videos, and it says, "I know you've been getting this information bit by bit. If you want to learn how to help your baby sleep through the night for at least 8 hours every night in the next 14 days, I have the complete guide in my bio." Do you think she's going to pass on that opportunity or do you think she's going to pay? Let me see you all in the chat. If you think she's going to pass, like, "No, I don't need it." She still hasn't slept through. She's struggling. She has had so much caffeine. Now she has a migraine. Mhm. She's going to pay. If she has a husband, she's going to go take that credit card because she hasn't been able to go to work. So she doesn't have no money in bank account and she doesn't have a system that's making her sleep money. She is going to go grab that credit card. She's going to get there. Now, imagine she gets there, right? Imagine she gets to Miss Lady's website and the guide that she promised in the video was listed for $27. Can somebody put a 27 in the chat? The guide was listed for $27. Can somebody put 27 in the chat? So she puts the $27 in the cart. She was about to check out, just like they do at Walmart, just like they do on Amazon. Because when you get to the Walmart aisle, when you are about to check out for for your children's textbooks or your children's exercise books, what do you see on the aisle? You see chocolate. You see chewing gum. You see candy. And then all of a sudden you see your favorite lip gloss too. Like, "Oh yeah, I'm out of my lip gloss. I might as well take one candy." You get more stuff. And they make it so cheap, so affordable. Like, "Yeah, it's just $2. I mean, it's just $2. I could get it's just $2 and you get it." That's the exact same strategy that you're going to use, right? You're going to help them more. Of course, they're going to get quality, but you're going to give them more. So while she's checking out, you're like, "Hey, mom, I know your eyes are tired because you haven't slept in a while. How about I give you my guide in an audio version so you can listen to it every day for the next 14 days while training your child? Do you think she'll pay or do you think she's going to pass? We all keep doing it, Pollyanna. You are not the only guilty one. We do it all the time. If it's not working, I promise you, Walmart won't be doing it. They've spent millions on market research so they can make billions back. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay, so before she checks out, you say, "Hey, I have the same guide, but in an audio version. It's $35. But if you get it with the guide that you already have in your cart, just pay $99, $9.99." And the moment she's about to check out again, guess what you're going to say? Wait a minute. The journey of mummying for the first time can be very lonely. And I know a lot of times our partners are at work. Do you need someone to talk to? So I can help you customize your newborn baby's journey and also craft out self care so you don't lose yourself. I have a 30-minute offer. It's called Vent to Me, Mom. And you can tell me everything that is bothering you so we can figure it out together. Now, my one on one 30 minutes is $100. But because you're getting it together with the two things that you already have in your cart, you can pay 45. Book that call, and I can't wait to talk to you to customize and know any other problem you're having as a mom. You don't have to do it alone. Do you think she's going to pay or do you think she's going to pass? Because I need you all to realize that money never stays in your bank account. It's going to go anyways. Whether it's on candy or it's on shoes, you're going to spend it. She will be spending it on her health. It is, and that makes $82 instead of 27. You don't need a lot of people to make a lot of money. You need the right digital assets. Okay? So now that she has now made $82, do you all think it's only one person that is going to see the video that Miss B saw that took her to the website? Do you all think it's only going to be one person? Do you all think so? Do you all think that's how it works? It's not. It's not because we produce new moms every minute. So another person is going to go, another person is going to go. And this is how I teach my students inside the formula how to make forever money. One of my students said, Coach, I took a 30-day digital detox. I wasn't on social media for 30 days. I was still making money because the content that you create, they are systems, they are your employees that keep on fetching you audience because you created the content that converts to cash. Not every content that converts to cash. So you create this person bought it. So let's say like five more people buy it, four more people buy it in a day. So we're gonna multiply that by five. So you are making $400. How many times did you have to write the ebook? How many times did you have to convert it to an audio? Right? Now, how many does it matter where that person is from? Does it matter if you are in Australia and she's in the United States? Does that matter? Do you have to be awake for her to be able to check out and pay you? Or are you just going to wake up to money and like, oh, I got 3 sales overnight? That is how you make sleep money. That is how you gain financial and time freedom. That is how you get to travel the world and still earn. I will literally be on family vacations and still hearing the cha-ching. And I'm like, oh, I made another sale without doing anything. Okay. because I put in the work in the beginning, right? So 5 people make you $400. Your goal is to make your first $100,000 in the next 12 months. Okay. Your first, now I did it in 6 months. I know I move a little more faster than an average person. So let's say you're an average person. You make it in the next 6 months, in the next 12 months. How many days do we have in a year? Hey, Eladria, how many days do we have in a year, class? Because you're one idea away from your dream life. The problem is you don't know how to pick the profitable idea. And that's exactly what I teach my students inside the formula. 365. So we're going to multiply this by 365. Yep. 149,000 US dollars. Let's just call it 150,000 US dollars in 12 months because of something that was already living rent free in your coconut head. Yeah, I said in the next 12 months, Alina. I'm talking about 12 months from now. What if I told you all that one of my students made this in 1 month? She made $144,000. The same way I'm explaining it, the same way I broke it down in the formula is the same strategy that she used, and she made it in 1 month because she was solving a pressing problem and she followed, copied, and pasted. Now, for the people that are saying, well, Coach Udaya, I don't think I have a skill set. Where are you? I need you all to show yourself. Alhamdulillah. Coach Udaya, I know you talked about the moms. I know you talked about the if